Hello folks, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'll be discussing the factors that cause expats to flee the Philippines. Even though the Philippines provide a rich cultural experience with its breathtaking scenery and welcoming people, the realities of social integration, economic hardship, political unpredictability, and personal struggles can have a significant impact on expats' life paths and those of their families. Despite the Philippines' beautiful island lifestyle, an increased number of expats are choosing to leave the nation due to a complex web of interconnected challenges. Even though this movement is not a large scale exodus, it does highlight issues that may make life in the Philippines impossible for some people in the long run. Understanding these components is critical for the Philippines as a whole, as well as potential expats considering relocation. One of the most common issues that expats face in the Philippines is the complexity of legal and administrative procedures. These include restrictions on property ownership, company policies, and visa requirements. Many tourists find the Philippine visa system difficult to navigate, with complex requirements, high fees, and frequent renewals. Some long term residents seek more stable options elsewhere because the visa renewal procedure is uncertain and stressful. The Philippines prevents expats from buying land, limiting their real estate investment alternatives. Many people pick leasing agreements or condominiums, which might be risky in the event of legal problems. Although overseas investors are welcome to the Philippines, launching a business there means navigating a maze of red tape, corruption, and confusing regulations. Many business owners decide to relocate to countries that are more suitable for doing business after becoming dissatisfied with inefficiencies. In the Philippines, corruption is a big concern, affecting everything from law enforcement to business transactions. Foreign business owners routinely report being asked for payments to speed up permits or avoid unnecessary delays. Laws are sometimes selectively applied, and expats may feel at a disadvantage when locals are involved in legal disputes. Government reactions to perceived abuse, social unrest, and policies can cause uncertainty and worry among expat groups. Expats may feel unsafe due to an opaque administration and frequent regulation changes. Despite the Philippines' relative stability, intermittent political turmoil and administration changes can create uncertainty, particularly regarding tax and business legislation. One of the main reasons expats are considering leaving the Philippines is the ongoing political instability. Local politicians have been the target of increased reports of political violence, leaving expats concerned about their safety and political support. The human rights situation remains complex since issues like enforced disappearances and extrajudicial executions persist and add to an overall sense of instability and danger. Despite its reputation for affordability, the Philippines' cost of living has steadily increased due to inflation, rising real estate prices, and rising service expenditures. Many expats who previously found inexpensive lodging discovered that rental costs have skyrocketed in major cities such as Manila and Cebu. They rely on private treatment and imported items, which are becoming increasingly expensive. Currency devaluation can be a concern for international workers who receive pensions or foreign income as it reduces their purchasing power. The cost of living in the Philippines has risen dramatically, particularly in urban regions popular with expats, but remains lower than in many Western countries. The apparent financial benefits are being eroded by rising rent, utility, grocery, and transportation costs. This is especially tough for people on fixed incomes or who have yet to find well paying local work. Although there are many safe places in the Philippines, there are some regions where crime is prevalent. Expats may encounter pickpocketing, theft, and tourist fraud, which are common in cities. Although violent crime rates vary by location, there have been reports of fraud, kidnapping, and home invasions involving expats. There have been tourist attacks and insurgencies in numerous locations, particularly Mindanao, prompting some expats to evacuate for their safety. Even though the Philippines has cutting edge hospitals, the quality of care varies, especially outside of major cities. The lack of contemporary medical facilities in some provinces may lead expats to seek treatment in Manila or even abroad. Even if it is less expensive than in Western countries, quality healthcare can still be expensive, especially for those who require specialized treatment. Finding comprehensive and reasonably priced health insurance in the country can be challenging for some expats. Some expats struggle to fit into Filipino society, and cultural integration can be challenging. Even though English is widely spoken, there are occasional misconceptions, especially in rural areas. For visitors from more individualistic countries, Filipino society's collectivism can be difficult. Some expats feel overburdened by financial obligations to extended family or local contacts. Many expats move to the Philippines because they have links with the natives. Some expats, however, find it impossible to meet the financial obligations imposed by their partner's family. Expats risk losing their legal status and being forced to leave the country if their relationship ends. Differing assumptions about gender roles and family dynamics might lead to conflict and separation. The Philippines has a number of environmental challenges that may have an impact on expats' level of living, including the country's vulnerability to earthquakes, flooding, and typhoons, which can disrupt infrastructure and daily life. Air pollution and traffic congestion may make urban living difficult, especially in Metro Manila. Some visitors find it difficult to cope with the extreme heat and humidity over time. In many parts of the Philippines, traffic congestion, power outages, and intermittent internet availability are common issues. These disparities have the potential to disrupt daily schedules, reduce productivity at work, and increase general discomfort. These limitations can be a major source of frustration for expats accustomed to more reliable infrastructure. Family and emotional considerations influence expats' decision to leave the Philippines. Some expats find it difficult to be separated from their loved ones and decide to return home. Some people never fully fit in with Filipino culture and wish to be more familiar with their home country. Several retirees would want to remain in their hometowns in order to benefit from superior healthcare and support networks. Even people who admire Filipino culture at first may experience homesickness and cultural adjustment fatigue over time. A strong desire to return home might stem from an overwhelming longing for one's former surroundings, traditions, and social networks. To conclude, knowing about these challenges can help those of you who are already in the Philippines adjust to living here, and prospective expats make well informed judgments before relocating. The ongoing discussion of these issues is an important first step in creating a more welcoming and sustainable environment for expats in the Philippines. All right, folks, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.